Um, when we add integers, that's what we're going to start with, okay? Adding integers. When you have the same sign, you're going to add them together and keep the sign, okay? Make sure we're filling our notes in. Same sign. Same sign. I want you to add them together and keep the sign. So, same sign, add together and keep the sign. Which, if you think about it, this is something that you already know how to do. Because what is 3 plus 5? 8, right? Like, we know how to do that. So just because I'm going to add negative numbers to it doesn't mean that concept is going to change. So according to that rule, same signs, add together and keep the same sign. What is negative 3 plus negative 5? Negative 8, right? Because I'm going to add them together. 3 plus 5 is 8. Not while I'm talking. So I'm going to add them together. 3 plus 5 is 8, and I'm going to keep the sign. They're both negative, so my answer is going to be negative. Same sign, add together, keep the sign. Make sense? So far, so good? Okay, let's look at some examples. Let's look at negative 12 plus negative 5.
Miss Shelley.
Same sign? Yes.
One of the text boxes is missing, and I don't know how to add one.
If you double click anywhere on that page, it'll make your own text box.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so are these the same signs? Yes, negative 12 plus negative 5. They're both negative, right? So I'm just going to add them together. What's 12 plus 5? 17, and I'm going to keep the sign. What's my same sign? Positive or negative? Negative. So my answer is negative 17. What do we think? Ayla, what's up?
When you're saying positive, does that mean like the normal count?
Yes. So for instance, if you look up here at negative 2 plus 3, I don't always have to go around and call 3 positive 3, right? So that's what that is. That 3 is a positive 3. We just don't call it that all the time. So when I'm saying positive, I'm thinking of the numbers like 3, counting numbers. Oh, yeah, I guess. Okay, what do I do if I have different signs? Like in that last slide, it was negative 2 plus 3. What do I do when my signs are different? Well, I'm glad you didn't ask. What I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract those two numbers, and I'm going to keep the sign of the larger number. So if they're the same sign, I'm going to add. If they're different signs, I'm going to subtract. Yes, Riley, C. That's okay. Remember, the baseline test, guys, is testing you over stuff you haven't learned yet. Okay? Huh? Well, not only that, but for everyone, the baseline test That seems weird. It tests you over material you're going to learn. It's like a pretest. Have you ever taken a pretest in math? Before you learn something new, you take that pretest, right? And then at the end of the topic or the quarter or the year, you'll take that post-test to see how much you learned. That's what the baseline is. The baseline is a pretest. Yeah. Yes, time. What's 4 minus 4? Can zero be negative? 0 is just 0. 0 is not positive. 0 is not negative. 0 is 0. Yeah, it's its own thing. It's neither positive nor negative. Okay, so anyways, we have digressed, which I do a lot. So let's get back on track. So different signs, we're going to subtract them and keep the sign of the larger number. What does that mean? It's this simple. All you're going to do is you're literally just going to subtract. 7 minus 4 which is 3. What number is bigger, 4 or 7? 7. So what sign is in front of 7? Negative, so therefore my answer is going to be negative.
Oh, okay. Because, yeah. Think about it. Because
You okay there, Trent? That face, you were kind of like not feeling that, were you? Okay.
if you're deeper in the hole, right? Like, let's say you have a 10-foot hole and you're only 4 feet away, you're still in, you're still down in the floor.
Yeah, good. I like that. That was a good example. Abby.
It's like 4 was high, it's like, would you do plus 4?
Just 4. You can write plus 4, but you don't have to because we know that 4 and plus 4, they're the same thing, right? They're both positive. Gia. Okay, yes. Sorry, I wanted to mute. Is Jet B so I could hear. Okay, say that one more time.
So if 4 was negative and 7 was like positive or regular, would it just be regular 3 or would it be?
You're saying like that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's solve that. What is 7 minus 4?
3.
Okay, what number is bigger, 4 or 7?
7.
So my answer would be 3.
Now I get it.
You were on the right path. I just wanted to write it out for everyone else so they could also see it. It's whatever number's bigger. In my first problem, 4 plus negative 7, 7's bigger than 4, so my answer is going to be negative. In my second problem, 7's still bigger than 4, but this time 7 is positive, so my answer is going to be positive. You can also look at it this way, okay? Let's say that I am too short. Okay, so I'm at negative 7. If I want to move, I want to add 4 to that. Adding goes what direction? Does it go to the right or to the left? It goes to the right. So since I'm going to add 4 to negative 7, I'm going to go to the right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just like Derek said. I'm in the hole negative 7. I'm going to add to my hole 4, but that's only going to get me to negative 3. I'm still in that hole. So you can use a number line if you want, but remember, sometimes the numbers are going to be real big, and a number line is not going to be possible. So what we're doing is we're learning the rules so we don't have to always do a number line. All right, let's look at some examples of these, because sometimes the first example and the second example, you're still kind of like, huh? So sometimes it takes a few more examples to really like stick up in there. So let's look at 9 plus negative 3. First thing I want to ask myself, same signs or different signs? Different signs. Since it's different, do I add or subtract? Subtract. So I'm going to subtract. I'm going to do 9 minus 3, which is 6. Good. And next, I want to ask myself, what number is larger, 9 or 3? 9. So is 9 positive or negative? Good. So then that means my answer is 6 or positive 6. What's up, Ava? Yep. Only when I'm adding like this. No, not the same thing with subtraction. We haven't talked subtraction yet. So let's look at 6 plus negative 4. First thing I want to ask myself, same sign, different sign? Different. Second thing I want to ask myself then, do I add or subtract? Subtract. Same signs add, different signs subtract. So since they're different, I'm going to subtract. I'm going to do 6 minus 4. What's 6 minus 4? 2. Okay. Third question I want to ask myself, what number is bigger, 6 or 4? 6. Is 6. Final question, is that bigger number positive or negative? Positive. So my answer is positive 2 or 2. All right, what do we think? Okay. Yeah, it's not too bad.
It's much easier now than it was in the
Oh, Asia B or Jet B. You got a question?
My class notebook's not working, so I'm using paper.
Your hand's raised. We didn't hear your question.
Can you hear me?
Oh, we still can't hear your question. Can you type it for me, bud? I don't know what's going on. Yes. He was unmuted when he was talking. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? I think he's...
yellow. He's glowing.
Oh, I can't. Okay. I don't know what's happening.
There's the top.
All right. Okay. I don't see anything. Well, let's look at some more while we figure out if he has a question or not. So, -7 plus 1. First thing I want to ask my same sign, different sign. Okay. Second question, do I want to add or subtract? Okay, that's fine, Jet B. All good. I want to subtract, so I'm going to subtract 7 minus 1, which is 6. Okay. Third thing I want to ask myself is what's my biggest number, 7 or 1? 7. Last thing I want to ask myself, is my biggest number positive or negative? Negative. So my answer is going to be -6. Same sign, different signs. Okay, so I have -7, which is a negative. I have a 1, which is positive. So that's what I'm asking myself. It may help sometimes, especially when you first get started. You see how I did like a little minus and a little plus on top of my numbers? To get started, that may be good just to do that, help you out. Yeah.
Some of these questions are not on our page.
Okay.
Some of them are, those are for extra practice.
Yeah, there's extra practice. You can write them. You cannot write them. I don't care. They're your notes, but I just did some extras just to have extra. Let's take a look at that extra problem. 18 plus -33. 18 is positive. -33 is negative. So do I have same signs or different signs? Different. So do I add or subtract? Subtract. So let's subtract. 33 minus 18. No one knows 30. Okay. What's 13 minus 8? 13 minus 8? 2 minus 1? 1. 15. Okay. Third question I want to ask myself. What number is bigger, 18 or 33? 33. 33 is final question. Is that 33 positive or negative? Negative. So my answer is? -15. Okay. Good. Vincent, good job. All right. So now we talked about adding integers. Let's go over our rules real quick. Remember, same sign, you're going to add and keep the sign. Different signs, you're going to subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. Now let's talk about subtracting integers. Subtracting integers, we're going to remember 3 words. Keep, change, change. Keep, change, change. We're going to keep the first number the same. Keep the first integer the same. Keep the first integer the same. Hayden, what's up? Yeah, you just have to fill in the blanks on what you need. Yeah. So, keep the first number. Next, we're going to change the subtraction to addition. Change subtraction to addition. Pretty much, we're killing subtraction.
What you do is when you're doing addition,
Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. I'll show you. We're going to kill subtraction. We want to get rid of subtraction. We don't want to see subtraction problems with positive and negative numbers anymore. But since we changed the subtraction to be addition, we're going to have to change the sign of the second number. Okay, so since we changed our subtraction sign to addition, we're now going to have to take our second integer and change the sign. Now that we've changed our problem from a subtraction problem to an addition problem, we'll just follow the addition rules. Same sign, add, different sign, subtract. So we're changing our entire problem basically just to get back to our addition rules that we just learned. Does that make sense? We'll do some problems. Don't fret, don't fret, don't fret. Sometimes looking at just words can be confusing, so don't worry. All right, did everyone get this copy down? Yep. Awesome. Let's look at a problem. Okay. So I'm going to KCC. What that means is I'm going to keep my first integer the same. -1, not touching it. It's staying -1. My C, I'm going to change my subtraction to addition. And finally, I'm going to change my last integer, that 10, which is positive, to a -10. So my new problem is now -1 plus -10. And now all I have to do is follow my addition rules. Yes, Riley C. Change the sign of the second integer. So now I just follow, excuse me, the addition rules. Do I have same signs or different signs? Same. So do I add or subtract? Add. Okay, well, what's 1 plus 10? 11, and I keep the sign. So since they're both negative, my answer is -11. Huh? A crazy person. How they came up with this sometimes. I'm like, oh. Like, I just want to know, like, who sat around one day and was like, oh, you know, like, we have all these counting numbers and, like, 0 and, like, all the way to infinity. Let's just add negative numbers. Like, oh. Yeah. Like, I just, oh. Okay. Sorry. I always wonder that, too. Okay. What do we think? That first problem, was it okay? Okay. You have a question or you're... Okay, let's take a look at our second problem. Remember, once again, we are KCC. I recommend writing KCC just like I am, just until you get in that habit. It has parentheses around it. The parentheses mean absolutely nothing. It's just separating it. Yeah, so the first thing I'm going to do is my K means what again? Keep. So I'm going to keep my -8 the same. Next, I'm going to change my subtraction to what? Addition. Now, I'm going to change my -6 to +6. You also want to know a little secret here? Do you see how I have those two negative signs? I have a subtraction sign right next to a negative sign? Yeah. What does it look like if I add? If you have a subtraction sign and an addition sign right next to it, like I have in this problem right here, kind of something that, like, you notice you have a plus, a positive. That's because you just took these two negative signs next to each other and turned them both positive. Possibly. All right, so now let's do the math. Let's go back to our addition rules. Do I have same sign, different signs? Different. So do I add or subtract? Subtract. Good. So I need to subtract 8 minus 6, which is 2. 2. And now I need to ask myself, what number is bigger, 8 or 6? 8. So my final answer is going to be -2. Okay. Good job, Vincent. Helping out Jet B. Goodbye. I love that. Teamwork makes the dream work. Yes, Brooklyn. Because since I changed the subtraction sign, I have to change that -6 to the opposite of it. Because the opposite of subtraction is addition, right? So since I did the opposite of that, I have to be opposite of the number right behind it. All right, we got this written down. I never know which one to use. This is why I don't teach English. Okay, 4 minus 9. Same rules. KCC. KCC. So I'm going to keep the first number the same. That's 4. I'm going to change subtraction to addition, and I'm going to change 9, positive 9 to -9. Do I have same signs, different signs? Do I add or subtract? Subtract. So what is 9 minus 4? 5. What number is bigger, 4 or 9? Is 9 positive or negative? So my final answer is? Do you see how when I'm doing this, I'm constantly going through like a checklist and I'm asking myself these questions? That's honestly the easiest way to do these. Ask yourself the questions every single time. Same 4 questions, ask them. Yes, ma'am. Oh. I know, I saw that. They're fast. Well, thank you, Ava. That means a lot to me.
So now when you think about it, you're just at 3, and then you go to the left 7 times, you get to -4.
Yes, Vincent. You can do it mentally, and if you can do it mentally, that's fine. I like to just write it out, just because we don't all solve problems the same way, right? How I solve problems is going to be completely different than how Derek solves it. And Derek's going to solve it completely different than Abby's going to solve it. And that's awesome. We want to encourage each other to solve differently. Okay, so let's do our next one. KCC, what do I keep? Hayden. Miss you too. Yes, ma'am? Yes, share the screen. That thing? Yes, ma'am. You hook that thing up to this thing, and then, hey guys, pause 1 second.
Yes, you did, but you need to share it, right?
And then you have to, I have too many tabs open. You have, Louise. What do I change my subtraction sign to? Oh my goodness, I just don't think I had enough tabs open. And then you have to open up Easy Interactive Tools.
Oh, get a piece of paper and write it down.
Yes, ma'am, I have sticky notes. No, you're fine. This class is crushing this lesson anyway, so.
Okay, open, easy, interact. Does everybody have that?
They should. It should be automatically on their desktop. Okay, and now I'm going to change, what am I changing 7 to? -7. Guys, why didn't you tell me I didn't write 3, that I wrote K? Okay, and then once you're here, you want to open up the little Elmo button. Hit the Elmo button, and that's going to do it. Okay, so I have 3 plus -7. Is that same signs or different signs? Do I add or subtract? Subtract. So I do 7 minus 3, and once you do that, then it'll project.
What about if you want to get rid of it? You just X out
Yep.
it?
Yes, ma'am. Just X out of the whole thing. You're welcome. Oh, I mean, you can. If you need it, you can have it. No. David just asked a great question that I need to pause and answer. He just asked, do you do KCC with both subtracting and adding? This is the one thing that I saw my last 7th advanced class do as well a couple of days ago. Only KCC when your original problem is subtraction. When your original problem's addition, you're golden. You don't need to change it. It's back to addition. It's already addition, right? Remember, we want to kill subtraction in order to get addition. Okay, so let's finish up this problem. What is 7 minus 3? 4. What number is bigger, 3 or 7? 7. So our answer is going to be -4. I knew what she meant. All right. Oh, we have a couple more. 2 more problems and we're done. Okay, I want someone, y'all are going to walk me through this. Like, I have no idea how to solve this problem. I'm going to pick one person and each person tells me a step. So let's start with Brooklyn. Okay, I'm going to keep the 5 the same, okay? No, one step at a time. David, walk me through, what's my next step? Okay. Okay, what do I do next? I want to talk to someone I haven't talked to. Yes, Jet S. Perfect. Okay, so now I have 5 plus 17. What do I do, Gia? Okay, why do I add 5 and 17? I mean, because originally one of my numbers was positive and one was negative. Why do I add them together now? Braylon? There's an add symbol. Are they both positive? Yeah, so that's why I'm just adding them together, right? They're both positive. Okay, everyone, well, what is 5 plus 17? 22. Is it positive or negative 22? Positive. Okay, perfect. Okay, walk me through step by step. Last one, Britt. Okay, keep 63 positive. Ava, what do I do next? Turn my subtraction into an addition. What do I do next, Ty? Perfect. My positive 93 is now negative 93. What do I do now, Dylan?
You add 63, or you do 93. Are you confused a little bit? Yeah, I got a little.
You want to phone a friend? Phone a friend. Who do we want to phone? Let's phone Abby. 93 minus 63. Abby, why am I doing 93 minus 63? So you have same signs or different signs? Different signs. And Dylan, when I have different signs, do I add or subtract? There you go. What is 93 minus 63? Just say it. 30. Okay. Now, is that my final answer? Am I done? No, Ariana? Why is it negative 30, Ariana? Perfect. Great. All right, so remember, same signs, add, keep the sign. Different signs, subtract, keep the sign of the larger number. When we're subtracting with positive and negative numbers or integers, keep, change. Keep the first number the same, change subtraction to addition, change the sign of the second number. So, what am I going to do today for the rest of class? Once again, you didn't ask, but I'm happy to answer. I'm actually going to stop recording though, because we don't need to record this part. No.